Day 3 of my business trip to Toronto. For the past 2 days, I've been working with one company on doing a design sprint, and today we're going to be working on a different company. They're owned by the same client, and we're going to be working on the positioning and value proposition of this company. So I kind of want to give a brief overview of what is positioning and how we're going to do that. So basically, a positioning it's basically a term that came up around the 70s, I think, in the marketing world and ad agencies. And basically what that term means is what space that specific brand or product has in the mind of the consumer. So let me give you an example. When you think about soft drinks, immediately you think about Coke, for example. When you think about smartphones, immediately you think about iPhones. So basically what they said is that each consumer, when talking about a category, for example smartphones or soft drinks, kind of has a letter, like a letter in his head, and in that letter there is kind of a winner, that brand or product that's in the number one, and that consumer can, for every category, remember the first, maybe second, and maybe third, so about three let's say winner or top brands in that letter of a category. So the implications of this is that if you are trying to enter a category, it's going to be very, very hard to beat the people on the top of the letter, right? So if I'm going to come up with a new smartphone today, it's going to be super hard, almost impossible to beat the people on the top, iPhone, Android, Windows Phone. It doesn't matter if I have a great product. In the minds of people, when they think about smartphones, they think about those three brands. And the point is that if you're coming up with a new product or a new brand, it's much easier to kind of reinvent a new letter, a new category, and be the top of that category than trying to beat somebody else at their own category. So, for example, if I would come up with a new soft drink today, I wouldn't spend like millions of dollars and efforts trying to convince people that the best soft drink is my drink, because they will always think soft drinks, that means Coke. It's much easier to invent some kind of a new health, energy, juice, category that I can own, that's going to be totally mine, and I will be the leader. So for example, again, Red Bull invented the energy drinks category, and now they own that. So it's much easier to reinvent a new category and dominate it than try to convince somebody that you're the best in an already established category. Now, the reason that we're going to focus on that today is because this is a company that has a product, but that product falls into a category where there are already big established leaders. And when they approached me, I was immediately thinking, you have no chance at beating those top industry leader in your category. And if you're not gonna try to reinvent your own new category, that's kind of like a lost battle. So we're gonna focus on that today. We're gonna explore all the categories around the product of the company. We're gonna try to see whether we can come up with something new, original, that we can win and dominate. I'm excited. So today was pretty difficult actually. So as I've explained to you, I came here to help this company with its positioning and value proposition offer. And I came this morning, we had a long discussion, and I was trying to kind of urge them to pick one category that they could win and define their value proposition so it can be concrete and clear and understandable. But the CEO of the company did not want to do this. He actually thought, well, my technology can also do this and this and that, so I don't want to decide right now what's my category, because I can be many things. And I urged them that you cannot create a great product if you do not know who you're trying to help and what exactly it is that you're trying to help them with. But that message did not go through, or he just made a conscious decision to leave that open and unfocused, and that really frustrated me. And it created a very tense discussion. So I hope I wasn't too hard on them, but I spoke very passionately against this idea. I told them that they have to focus, and they said, no, we're not going to do that. So obviously I was very frustrated, because I came here to help you with the positioning, and now you're like, I don't want to decide on the positioning. So I was feeling useless, like, why am I here for? But I guess this person, the CEO, already sold one company, so he knows about business perhaps even more than I do. So I might not agree with him, but I do have to respect that's his decision and that's his strategy, and okay, so be it. I do think that's a very interesting technology and a very interesting promise, and I do hope that they will succeed. I might do continue to work with them and help them with the design of the product, even though I do honestly think with myself that as a designer I will be very frustrated to work on a product which is not really sure what the product is, so it's a bit hard. Anyway, I don't know, that's just how this day went, and but now I'm done. Like, last 2 days were super productive. This day was, I don't know, but that actually concludes my my business trip here. So now I have the whole afternoon to myself, and the evening to hang around, explore the city a little bit, and tomorrow morning before I fly back home to Israel. So try to do the best of it and go hang out for a little bit. How do you sum up our Canada experience?
Extremely successful. Extremely.
So that concludes the Canada trip. It ended up being actually a very fun day. We had a great time together. And yeah, probably I'm not gonna vlog tomorrow since I'm just having breakfast and then heading to the airport, so there's nothing interesting tomorrow. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next week.